Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Bigakar Ahmed, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be speaking about Lebanon and what is going on in Lebanon today. Now, if you guys have not heard by now, I believe an order of 5,000 pagers have gone ahead and exploded in the country of Lebanon. If you guys do not know as well, I am also Lebanese, born and raised in the United States of America, but I am Lebanese. So a couple days ago, it is said that Israel had implemented bombs in 5,000 pagers that were ordered to Lebanon. The reason that this was done is because Hezbollah soldiers used pagers to interact with each other, and Israel knows this. So they had gone ahead and placed bombs or detonation explosives inside of these pagers that were being ordered to Lebanon from South Korea or somewhere of this nature, okay? This led to the injury of thousands of people, and led to the death of around, I believe, 30 to 40 people. And it is something that is scary for the whole world. And this is something that a lot of people are asking is, can my phone just explode? Can my computer just explode in my face? Can, anything, any of our technology around here with lithium batteries, can they just explode? And it's getting a lot of people worried because this is not something that is a light threat. This is something that is serious. Because if they're able to just go ahead and put little triggers or put little bombs in every single iPhone 16 that comes out, or every single whatever, that comes out in the near future, if that's a Samsung TV, or that's a, Sony PlayStation, whatever the case may be, and they decide one day to go ahead and trigger those all at the same time, it's going to leave a lot of people injured. It's going to leave a lot of people hurt. As we've seen in Lebanon on a way smaller scale, it really wrecked a lot of people. It put holes into the side of their bodies. It obliterated their faces. They were straight grenades in their hands, in their pockets, sitting on their lap, sitting on their chest, just exploded on them. And a lot of these people are citizens, civilians. Not all of these pagers and all of these devices went to Hezbollah soldiers. And I also see a lot of people online saying, well, that's a good thing. They're trying to take out Hezbollah. Hezbollah is a terrorist group. They're using terrorist tactics on a terrorist group. Yeah, but they're also literally bombing the center of Beirut, which is the capital of Lebanon. And they're trying to provoke something much worse than it already is. Now, Hezbollah might be going and tapping specific Israeli bases where the IDF is and things of this nature, but they're not attacking the civilianship of Israel. They're not just going to highly populated areas with people and bombing them or pushing into those areas. Unlike the IDF, who likes bombing highly populated areas, who likes blowing up pagers in highly populated areas, and they do things of this nature. So, as far as we know, really, we know that Israel had gone ahead and dropped a drone strike, and they targeted Beirut, okay, which is like the main city, the capital of Lebanon. 8 people have gone ahead and died from this. 59 people were injured. And this was a strike. This is an airstrike. This is not the pagers. This is an airstrike that just took place yesterday in Beirut. Now, the first day, the pagers exploded. They exploded. A lot of people were injured. A lot of people were killed. The second day, more pagers exploded. There's reports that some cell phones exploded, things of this nature, but I don't want to get, too much into that because there's a lot of information that comes when a lot of hectic stuff like this is happening. But this really, really worries the world. This really, really worries me because, firstly, Lebanon will retaliate, and they will do something about this, and they will not take this lightly. This is not just an attack on Hezbollah. This is an attack on Lebanon and the Lebanese people and the capital of Lebanon, the main city there in Lebanon. And this is not going to be something that Lebanon lets slide and lets Israel just get away with. So this is definitely going to go ahead and progress the conflict that is happening there in that region even more than it is right now. Hezbollah is not going to go ahead and back down from something like this. You're only going to provoke them more, which is what Israel wants. Israel wants to play Hezbollah's hand into a full-fledged war, so that they can pull America into a full-fledged war. And this is what's happening. And it's very, very sad. It's very sick to see. Lebanon, I wanted to go ahead and visit Lebanon last year. We were leaving to Lebanon on October the 7th. And then on October the 8th, what happened ended up happening, with Hamas and Israel, and we had to cancel our trip to Lebanon. So actually, the day before, I'm sorry, I was leaving on October the 8th. October the 7th is when everything happened. So it's very, very interesting to see, like, I tried to go to Lebanon. This war started, or genocide started, the same exact day I was about to leave. I didn't go. I haven't been to Lebanon since. This is what's been happening over there. It's very, very sad to see. Makes me super upset to see that this is happening in my country, as I'm Lebanese. I identify as Lebanese. I'm American. It's sad to see that this is what my tax dollars pay for. This is what I bust my butt and I slave to the banks and the government for, is so we can do stuff like this. So we can fund countries like Israel to do stuff like this to my own people. This is just what the world is. This is what the United States is. Don't let the United States or Israel fool you. If anyone is a terrorist, if anyone uses the word terrorist more than anyone, it's the terrorists themselves. They love the word terrorist because it takes all of the aim off of them and places it on someone else. Is Hezbollah really a terrorist organization? Are they bombing cars? Are they implementing bombs and walkie-talkies? Are they bombing major cities? Are they kidnapping civilians? No, actually, I don't hear any news about Hezbollah doing anything, having any terrorist attacks, doing car bombs, getting kidnaps, doing any of this stuff to Israelis. Actually, we never hear news about Hezbollah doing any of this. I don't think anyone on this planet can go ahead and name a time where they've read a news article where Hezbollah kidnapped someone or Hezbollah went into Israel and, slaughtered civilians or attacked a public, space where there was people, unless they were in a full-fledged war. So it's fairly interesting to see that when Israel does scummy stuff like this, when they drop bombs in the middle of populated cities, when they go ahead and take all of America's money to do things like this, when they go ahead and take your land, when they go ahead, and blow up walkie-talkies and work with companies that are outside of the Middle East, like in Asia, to go ahead and ship these devices, these communication devices with explosives inside of them. This is scummy stuff. This is terrorism to the highest level of terrorism. And then they control the media, they control the economy and the money, they control how much money is printed and how much money is burnt. They control all of this stuff. And then we go ahead, and when they go, look at the terrorists, the terrorists is a small little group of Arabs over there who are not doing anything to anyone but trying to, protect South Lebanon. We go ahead and label them terrorists. They're evil. They want death to America. You know what I mean? And this is how we go ahead and think, and this is how the media goes ahead and perceives this. But when you look at who the terrorist is, when you look at who's paying the price, when you look at who's getting hurt, when you look at whose civilians, whose cities are getting destroyed, it's Lebanon. It's not Israel. Israel's perfectly fine. Hezbollah hits Israel, they're hitting IDF bases. Okay, that makes complete sense. The IDF is hitting them. They're hitting their bases back. So this is something that is literally sickening. It's something that is going to progress. This is something that's not good. This is something that people are going to continuously question. Can my phone explode? Can my microwave explode? Can my monitor explode? Can my TV explode? When are they going to explode? Are they going to explode in my face? This is something that is freaky because Lebanon, randomly, these devices are exploding when people are at the supermarket, when people are at home, when people are in the shower, when people are cooking. They're just exploding while people are asleep. And this is not something that is normal. This is something that worries a lot of people on this planet. This is something that is causing a lot of lawsuits on companies who make devices like this. Motorola and things of this nature are getting tied up in lawsuits. trying to sue the government of Israel because they're doing things like this. They need to be very, very careful because this is going to pull the whole world into something where people are asking, "Can my phone explode? Is my phone going to explode on me?" And this is something that is really, really freaky because a government now has the capability, and we've seen with our own eyes, to just go ahead and pay a company that's scummy to go ahead and send over explosive devices by the thousands all over a nation and then detonate them all at the same time. That is ridiculous. That is freaky. And this is something that needs to be paid attention to by all types of organizations, by all types of people. And this is a worry that everyone needs to have because with the click of a button, they can kill us all by blowing up all of our stuff. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and look at what happened to Lebanon for yourself, and you will understand the magnitude of something like this. It's ridiculous. And all they're doing is pulling Lebanon into a deeper war. The interest rates had just gone down on Wednesday of this week. So we had a very, very, very big week for the economy. Israel is making a move on Lebanon. They're trying to tighten up this war and push it deeper and deeper into a bigger explosion. And we're going to see some things moving into the end of this year, moving into the election, and moving into the beginning of next year. I hope you guys are prepared financially, physically, mentally, spiritually for what they're about to do to us and this world. They are about to continuously push and push and push us to a limit until we break. And they're going to try and turn us against each other. They're going to try and divide us into groups. Democrat, Republican, black, white, Muslim, Christian, gay, straight, man, woman. Every single aspect that you could possibly argue about, like a woke liberal, they will split you into groups and they will cause you and your neighbors to fight each other, you and your friends and your family to fight each other over a bunch of garbage that was never real to begin with. Who cares who's the president, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? They're both garbage. They were both put there with billions of dollars. We did not choose either one of them to be up there. They were paid and placed there, and they said, make a choice. Do you want dumb or dumber? And these are the options that we have. So we don't live in a democracy. We don't live in anything that has radical choice for ourselves and for the people. It all goes to the government. The government is a communist system. They make the decision. We have this illusion that we're choosing it. This is a fake system that we live within. When I see things like this is what our money goes to. This is what we work and we slave for. We work and we slave so pagers can blow up in Lebanese citizens' hands in the middle of highly populated cities, so drone strikes can be dropped in the middle of cities, taking out women, taking out children, taking out all types of people in the middle of the city, destroying businesses, destroying economies. This is what we live for. This is why we work and bust our butt and save our money in the bank and take out loans and pay back interest to these banks so they can do this to our countries that they moved us from, because they were exploding them, blowing them up, destroying our economies, and we had to leave. We had to leave. We wanted a better life, right? But guess what? We became a part of the destruction. We became a part of the colonization of the world. And it's sick to see. It's sick to notice and realize and to be a part of. And it's very, very, very sad. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. God bless every single one of you. Pray for Lebanon. Pray for our Palestinian brothers and sisters. And inshallah, everything will end up going the way it needs to be. God Almighty will ordain when He needs to ordain. When we die, we go back to Him. So a lot of these people that are being bombed and thrown around by these demons, they're sending them back to their Creator, and God Almighty will take care of them. I promise that. So thank you so much for coming today. God bless every single one of you, and until next time, Assalamu alaikum. Free Palestine, baby.